Good morning, YouTube fans, Facebook clan. Here we are again. We're out here in Vincenzo's yard here, and I'm looking at my dwarf apple tree. This is a Granny Smith that I've added some grafts to kind of incorporate several different kinds of apples onto the same tree. This is the one that I'll be putting my grafts on over time. And I see that we have some bird nests. It's become a little bit taller than I want. And let me just pan up here, kind of give you a shot at what this thing looks like. And I wanted to pan across here and point out a couple of things. Number one, the fruit doesn't grow on the vertical branches. And when you're pruning, what you really want to do is you want to kind of clip it from getting tall on the verticals. And when you do prune it, you want to prune it so that the buds that are facing outward rather than inward to the center of the tree are the ones that you start at as far as for height. Now the sun hits this one full on, and it's had quite a bit of growth here, and I'm going to start into the pruning process with this. But I wanted to point a couple of things out before I started to prune, and I'm hoping that some of this can be picked up. It's very hard for me to see in the camera here because it's so sunny, nice and sunny here today in Middlesex Township. And I brought out some pruners, two different kinds, loppers and some bypass. And I'm just going to start into this. I'm hoping that it will show up. Let me bring this down just a little bit before I step into camera. These are the loppers. And these are the bypass. These are nice and sharpened. One thing that you do want to do is you actually want to make sure that these are clean and not sterilized, but maybe splash a little alcohol or something on them, because you don't want to transfer disease onto the tree. And if I can kind of come up on where we're looking here, which I think this would be your outward bud. See how this is green? Or this is reddened. This is your fresh growth from last year. So all this is new growth. But you're not going to get any fruit growing on the verticals that are here. What you're going to do is you're going to get your fruits coming off these outward fruit buds. You'll see those come out there. So what I want to do is I want to bring this down a little bit, and I want to start to expand it kind of in that open vase looking shape. And that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to try that right now. See what we got here. I'm going to use my loppers and start to take this down a little bit. And I'm going to start with right here. Right at this level right here. Just going to go right there on that bud. And we're going to plop him right off. And I think you can see him right there. So we're going to take him, and that'll allow the sunlight to come into the center of the tree. And also right here is another one that we're going to try to do. And we're going to catch him with a quick lop. That's two right there. And I'll work my way around the tree trying to get those. Now see this inside one? I'm going to let him in there for right now. But this one right here, I'm going to take him off right there. And we're going to go around the tree, and we're going to bring down the height, and we're going to take out some of the center. Now see this one right here? I don't know if you can see that because of the angle of the camera. Let me bring that down a little bit. Right here into the center. See, I'm going to take this one right here. I'm going to take him completely off. Open up that center. which we've done right there. Now when you're using your loppers, you want to make a clean cut because it's going to stimulate the tree to produce more branches right where you cut. So you really want a smooth cut there. You don't want to leave a lot hanging off. So we brought him down. We've taken and we've promoted the outward expansion of the shape, which is kind of like on 45-degree angles. And the reason to take the height off of the tree is so as it gets more and more fruit on it, the branch becomes stockier. You know, the frame of the tree becomes stronger. And so what you'll have is it can be laden with fruit, but it won't snap the branch or it won't hang down. And that's kind of the purpose. You want to increase the size of your fruit by eliminating, you know, a lot of other smaller fruits. You want to keep the size down on a dwarf tree. I try to keep it, you know, maybe 6, 7, you know, maximum 8 feet, because you got about 32 inches of reach on your lopping pruners. So, and I watch where the sun is. You know, I'm always tracking the sun. So we've got this portion done right here. I'll work my way around this. And again, I want to emphasize, see how tall this has gotten. It's gotten pretty tall. And now we've come back to the front here, and we're going to finish pruning him. So there's a quick video, kind of a brief explanation on how to manage the structure. You know, you want to build the scaffold branches, keep them from getting too big, and you want to prune so that the light penetrates the inside center of the tree. This is a dwarf apple. You do almost the exact same thing for a peach tree. So this is another video in Vincenzo's garden. I hope it was helpful. Happy harvesting. Be kind to one another. Help your neighbor if you can. See ya.